on the dais. Now I would request our sir, Mr. J.B. Pani, to give the welcome note.
Good evening and welcome. TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs, is the largest global organization for fostering entrepreneurship, and it is there in over 17 or 18 countries and over 60 chapters. We believe that entrepreneurs who have already had a few decades of experience have achieved or at least achieved experience. It's time to give back to the society and help other entrepreneurs to develop and create wealth. We believe that creating wealth, a virtuous cycle of creating wealth, is good for the society, and thereby we are ready to mentor, guide, give a network, as well as in certain cases, wherever possible, also do some amount of angel funding in whichever endeavor sort of appeals to us. But everyone is welcome, and that's the reason why we in TIE Bhubaneswar and TIE globally are going across to the various institutes to ensure that people take to entrepreneurship. I'm happy to tell you that we have here very senior functionaries of all the major institutes, including the director of IIT, and of course Silicon, the schools and various other bodies which can nurture entrepreneurship. TIE firmly believes that disruptive technology is the answer for a lot of economic ills of the world, and we try to find out and help guide what kind of disruptive technologies are coming. So all the entrepreneurs, all the aspiring entrepreneurs can really tap into it. I'm going on repeating it to ensure that this, and to drum in the fact that this avenue is available. Technology is a very, very important aspect of sort of addressing the economic ills of the future or of the present. Shibashish Mishra, our Joint Secretary, to present his Secretary's report.
Today we have 55 members here in TIE Bhubaneswar. 32 events we have already done, with 2,500 participants really coming and deriving benefits from these particular events. As we know, on 17th of February 2011, our society, the TIE actually got formed legally, but it was on March that it got elaborated by Dr. Sam Petrod. So this was our first milestone session that was in TIE IIT Bhubaneswar. Basically we did with our chartered member Mr. M.K. Gupta here. I still remember the saying when he said, either bhag lo nahi to bhag lo. Either participate or run away from the show. So that's entrepreneurship. We come out of a very innovative idea called crossroads, where entrepreneurs meet entrepreneurs. We say an entrepreneur is maybe small, big, he's an entrepreneur. So at every point in time, an entrepreneur needs some kind of guidance, some kind of mentorship. So what we did is this, we came out of this forum called Crossroads. Every month we have this crossroad basically to where budding entrepreneurs have a query questions in terms of, let's say, this topic was venture funding, maybe startup challenges, or maybe financial challenges. These are the three crossroads that we had so far. And it's very really interesting because you get a focused audience and you get a focused answers to your questions. This is my challenge and here this particular topic is being discussed, and you go there and it's really benefiting for both of them. This was again one of the big thing that we did is first time in Odisha, that solar conference we did along with the entire really mentored and initiated the process, where Sir was also there, secretary, I was part of it. and it was really a very fruitful event. Now I invite upon Mrs. Jackie Panda to announce names of two people who we really wanted to felicitate in this office.
This year we've identified two such entrepreneurs. One of them is Shri Kumar Mishra. Shri Kumar Mishra, who's a mechanical engineer from Pune and an MBA from XIMT. Also identified Mr. Keshav Rao. He's the MD of Green Chilies. Born in a village 215 kilometers away from Bhubaneswar in the year 1972, Mr. Keshav Rao came to Bhubaneswar in 1999 to set up his first fast food center at Master Canteen with only 4 employees.
Thai is like they started off with a networking dinner before the actual function, and it was a 2-day conference, and there were a couple of I think 3 or 4 tracks where a lot of many things were being discussed. A lot of entrepreneurs who were doing something, they gave their presentation, very small presentation, but very quite effective, and we had a chance to showcase the opportunities in Odisha as an investment proposition, and at present Odisha is doing something like 2,000 crores of exports in IT, which is not bad actually. Its growth is year on year is more than 15%, but then this kind of growth is not going to really take us far forward. So in the IT policy, which is actually we have finalized with a lot of discussion with the local industries, other government organizations, finance department, which will come anytime now. It's in the process of being approved. There we are targeting something like 27 crores of exports both in IT and electronic sectors in 2020.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Frankly speaking, there are so many entrepreneurs in this room, and at least from outside, we have the perspective that Odisha has been making strides very silently in all these years, developing its business, developing its economy, improving its city, which I have visited now after several years, and I can clearly see it's greener and more beautiful, without making the headlines that many other states in our country continuously do. So this is something very, very interesting, and I have been therefore silently as a neighbor in Kolkata admiring this very, very silent but steady rise of Odisha and Bhubaneswar. And I'm sure to a great measure this is due to people like you in this room and others who are contributing in your own way for the upliftment of the economy of this region. So my father and uncle thought that they should build, and the company was headquartered in Calcutta. So immediately I was summoned. They said, enough of fooling around. For 12 years you've done what you wanted to do. Now you better do what the family wants you to do. You take charge of this 6 unit if we win the bid. So I said, holy cow, I don't know anything about cement. Of course, every year I visited my cement plant, because every year there was a puja there and the whole family used to. But my only visits were for the family get-together. So the puja visit, I didn't go and take a cursory look around the plant, because my father would ask one senior executive that, isko le jao, thoda ghuma ke lao, let him see what is going on here. So that's what I did. But I didn't know anything about it. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we did win the bid, and I was made the managing director of the company. And it was terrible, because by then I had already built a real estate business, and I thought I was doing okay. But family said, enough is enough, you better get down to doing something that is more substantive and perhaps more important for the family.